Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to all the words she wrote. My name is MS-Punker1, and we are on our way home together with our aunt, so from our workplace. Well, by the sounds of it, the reason for our aunt's visit must be a kind of big deal, since she wants the entire family, more or less, to be, our entire household to be present for this news or whatever it is she want to talk about. So it sounds like a big deal. Let's find out what it is. My mother greets Sai enthusiastically once we arrive back home, with a whole bunch of exclamations and gesticulations. Probably said those words wrong, but whatever. That's Mom. Yeah, she seemed kind of strict. Sam begins, but she doesn't get a chance to respond. My mother ushers her inside and sets about brewing a pot of green tea before Sai has had so much as a chance to take her shoes off. My mother continues her assault while bustling about the kitchen. Firing questions at Sai as she fetch cups and spoons out from cupboards. She doesn't even pause to draw in breath. It's quite impressive, really, in a manic sort of way. Don't have guests over all that often, so my mother's keen housewifely senses must have kicked into overdrive. My mother's on the shorter side, and she's rather slender, but she rushes through the house like a force of nature. It takes several minutes of forced hospitality before my mother begins to sit at the table with Sai and me. When she finally gets around to sipping the green tea she brewed, it's already gone lukewarm. Sai bows her head politely, which makes my mother laugh. I think he's a bit... Well, that's a bit rich coming from a woman who keeps bobbing up and down to pour more cups of green tea, but I decided to keep silent on that score. My mother sends a text to my dad about Sai's visit, but his response is less than favorable. My mother launches into a lengthy diatribe about our ongoing problems with the boiler, to which I listens sympathetically. Talk about the boiler soon transitions to my mother's woes regarding one of her students. A particularly naughty boy called, you never guess, Keiichi. My mother works at the same elementary school that Miss Kimura's daughter Miho attends. As such, she's intimately familiar with Keiichi, who, from what I've gathered, seemed to be a scourge on society. It sounds like a real handful. My mother's been trying to flag up Keiichi's behavior to his mother for months, to little avail. And so it goes. My mother talks on and on and on, as she's prone to doing. Sai nods sympathetically and says at all the right moments, which encourages my mother to further. I sit there all the while, mute and rather bored. I keep sneaking glances at the clock while nursing my cup of green tea between my fingers. When's Dad going to get back? It's been almost an hour already. I want to hear what Sai's news is. That's far more interesting than the boiler or, if I'm being honest, Keiichi's antics. I already heard all about him from Mrs. Kimura earlier. I heard his name so many times during the last couple of months. I'm starting to wonder if he's some kind of supernatural phenomenon. I wonder. If you said Keiichi 3 times in front of a bathroom mirror at night, would the fiend himself appear? And she gets that little cartoony look on herself as well. Might have to try that someday. Is she gonna try and say a Bloody Mary? Musings are soon cut short, however, by the sound of a front door. The door creaks open. It needs oiling, then slams shut with a dull thud that echoes throughout the house. Hey, that's mean. You're the same, by the way. Here my father removed his coat and slid off his shoes in the foyer. Then he comes padding into the living room, looking worn and weary after a long day's labor. If he hears my mother's complaints, he doesn't comment on them. Must be used to it after more than 20 years of her side jibs. Snide jibs. Jibbies, whatever. I wonder if all married couples are like that. That's a bit of a depressing thought. Sai flashes my dad a concerning smile. My dad groans and takes a seat at the living room. He casts his eyes at the fancy fruit tart on the table, which has been half devoured already. Sai grins. My dad looks down at himself, at his round pounds, which I guess stomach, which protrudes over the top of his belt and laughs. My mother fetches another plate from the kitchen alongside the freshly brewed pot of green tea and renews her role as the perfect hostess. She pours us on cups of tea, then cuts my dad a thin slice of fruit tart. My dad eats a bite of a tart, then sighs in contentment. Dad smiles at me. My dad polishes off his small slice of fruit tart, then washes it down with a sip of green tea. No, I'm not. You're flattering me. My dad casts his gaze down once more to his protruding stomach. My father turns his attention back to our guest. Being talked at by Mako would be a more accurate descriptor of the last hour, but again, I don't comment. I long since learned it's best not to draw aggro from mother-type enemies. Not if I want my evenings to be peaceful to any degree. At least Sai seems to enjoy my mother's company. My father groans. My father catches my eye and smiles. Thanks, Dad. I'll do my best. At least she's self-aware. I pauses to sip her newly poured cup of green tea and glances at me. I wince and slide an inch or two down my chair. It's true enough that I've been flirting between flirting between low-paid part-time jobs for the last couple of years, but it's not something I much want to admit to. Not to a smartly dressed woman like Sai. I like Sai and all. I even regard her as part of my family. But it is kind of awkward. Wait, is this... I can guess what this job is now, since... one, the name of a game, and two... it's something that our parents need to agree to, and she looked at me as if it actually regards me the most. So I'm guessing it is that she maybe gonna offer so that we can become an offer or something. It's fine, I guess. I reply after glancing between my parents. We get along for the most part. Sometimes I think I would like my own place, though. That would go a long way to ceasing the silly bickering between me and Mom. It's not like that happening anytime soon. I have like zero savings. I can't move out, not even to a cruddy apartment complex. This area is way too expensive for little old me. I'll be bankrupt unless I moved somewhere even further away. But that sounds like a huge hassle. Some people might thrive when faced with challenges, but I'm the exact opposite. I don't like exerting unnecessary effort. I just want life to be easy. Maybe that's why I'm still living with my parents at the age of 24. Well, I still lived with my mom until I was mid to late 20s, I think, so. But that's also mostly because there wasn't any opportunity for me to move out. If I had the ability or opportunity to move out earlier than I did, I probably would have done it. So it's a little bit both for me. for my sake, in my case. It's not necessarily a bad thing. There are, like I said, lots of people in my situation. But if I'm being honest, it is starting to get to me. Aren't I getting a bit too old to answer to my mother? I want my own place where I can exist on my own terms, but I don't know how to go about achieving it. Seems like a pipe dream. Side nods, a neat black bob brushing her juvenile. Her mother leans across the table, her face alight with intrigue. A client? Now it's my turn to frown. Does that mean they're a writer? Me? My mother ever mercenary when it comes to monetary matters. Latches onto this like a dog with a bone. Sai promptly rattles off a figure which makes even my placard of my placard father to do a double take. Are you for real right now? Huh? I lean back in my chair and stunned into silence. Estimate rage as I just threw out is like double, maybe even triple what I'm earning right now at Blue Mountain. Those are some seriously large numbers there. If I took this job, I could be maybe not a millionaire, but it gave me a huge boost. I might even be able to open a savings account. Sign nodes. I want to know about that too. Who exactly would I be working for? Is she the other girl in the picture from the game, the cover? So we come back to the mysterious Comicado heavy. I did wonder when Cyan brought her up earlier. I guess she must be a big shot offer to be able to splash her cash around so lavishly. But like I said before, I never heard of her. What has he written? I also asked before, but you avoided the question. It's now we learn that she is actually the writer that we read, right? Sai smiles. Yep, knew it. Some Tsushimi Rui. So we will more or less be working for what I guess is kind of our idol. Amanda frowns. My parents are none the wiser about this revelation, but I feel like I've been struck with a thunderbolt. My whole body is tingling, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. Can hardly believe it. Does Sai really want me to work for Tsushimi Rui? Surely she can't mean the Tsushimi Rui. We must have gotten our wires crossed and getting carried away. There's no way something like this could happen. By Tsushimi Rui, you don't mean... that isn't the Rui who wrote Elf Forest, is it? This all feels like too incredible coincidence to be true, but oh. I stare at Sai, my mouth hanging open. Other than that single syllable, I don't know what to say. All words have abandoned me. How am I supposed to respond in a situation like this? It's so impossible, it feels like something from a dream. But the chair I'm sitting on nearly is reassuringly real. When I inhale, I can smell the scent of green tea which diffuses from my teacup through the air. This is reality. It doesn't bear much resemblance to my own reality, but it's definitely not a reality. Sai is offering me a chance to work with Sushimi Rui. The Sushimi Rui. I'm still in a state of shock, but one thing is clear to me. No matter what Sai says, I don't have a choice in this matter. I have to take her up on the offer. I simply have to. Who in the right mind could ever turn down a chance to meet their idol? It's been a few hours since I left, and I'm still reeling from her news. I eat dinner with my parents a little later than usual, then head upstairs. I feel pretty tired, so I decide to have a bath early. I scrub the dirt off my skin and slide into the tub all the way up to my shoulders. I recline in the blissfully warm water, my arms looped around my bare legs. The curve of my spine is pressed against the lip of a bathtub, which feels comfortably cool. Muggy steam wafts through the air. It clouds the bathroom mirror and the silvery tap on the end of the tub. I tie my hair back before stepping into the bathtub, so it doesn't tail into the water. Don't feel like toweling dry again. Toweling. That sounds too much like hard work. As the tension from my body fades from my body, my legs feel sore. I've been on my feet since 10 this morning, when my shift at Blue Mountain started. I often felt that I wasn't made for physical labor, but I hate the rigidity of academia even more. Perhaps I'm simply not cut out for the world of adults. I never had a clear idea of what I want from my future. There's no field I'm particularly interested in, and there's nothing I want to be. If I could wish upon a shooting star, I'd of course ask for wealth right after world peace, of course. But right now I have no idea how to go about acquiring it. I've been drifting aimlessly since I graduated from high school, without any real goals or any motivation. My way of living seems to perturb my friends and my family, but it never really bothered me. My mother, meanwhile, is always panicking about my future. She's always trying to impress upon me the importance of having clearly defined goals, as if by having a plan of action I'd be able to make it come true. She's wrong about that, of course. I'm not psychic. I don't have a crystal ball, and neither was I born with the gift of precognition. I don't know what's going to happen on 1 hour from now, let alone 1 year or 1 decade. What's the point in making plans when outside forces might sweep in and destroy them? Lives are unpredictable like that. I'm a drifter, but I'm fine with the way things are. I think things will work out okay, so long as I remain optimistic. Something good will always come up. That's what I always told myself in any case. And it seems like I was right. Sai's job offer was totally unexpected. It came out of the blue, like a bolt of lightning. And in its wake, it's completely disturbed my day-to-day life. I'm going to meet my idol, Rui. Not trying to say your last name right now. Though I suppose that's not a real name. That's just a pseudonym. A real Rui is a girl around my age called Komikado Hijiri. I always thought Rui was a guy, but I guess not. This evening's been full of surprises. A chance to spend time with Rui, Hidri, is the biggest surprise of them all. I wonder if Hidri will sign all my volumes of The Forest of the Elves and the Pressured Princess. And to think I was under the impression that the anime adaptation of Elf Forest would be the highlight of my whole year, but I was wrong. Now I have something even more exciting to fixate on. Can't believe it. As I sink into the tub, my eyes half lidded. Droplets of moisture begins to bead upon my bare skin. I can feel perspiration trickling down my forehead. I don't bother wiping it away. I must be the luckiest girl in the world. I'm going to see Rui. No, Hidri. I correct myself. If I'm going to work with Hidri, I need to get into the habit of calling her by her real name. I doubt she wants to go as a pseudonym in her daily life, unless she'd prefer that. I have to ask her. Can't believe I'm going to see my favorite writer. That's like, no way. This is all happening so fast. My goodness. I clapped my cheeks with both palms. A fear flushed, which could be attributed in part to the hot water. But the other part comes no doubt from excitement. heart's hammering like I've just finished running a relay. Am I allowed to be this happy? I'm so excited I can hardly sit still. I want to cheer and whoop and throw my hands up in the air. What did I do to deserve this? Is this a reward for being a really great person in the past life? Maybe I was Bolshevita or something. Maybe I ponder, worrying at the nail of my thumb with my teeth. Am I dead? Have I been transported to another world? Could have gotten hit by a truck just like Itsuki. I pinched myself. Ow. It hurts. It would suggest I haven't ascended to heaven, and my reality doesn't waver. The bath water continues to pool around me, warming my thighs and my torso, while another bead of perspiration drips down my forehead. It hits the surface of the water, which is produced the pronounced plip. The sound seems to echo throughout the bathroom. That puts paid to the dream theory too. There's only one explanation for this. This really is real. I'm going to meet my idol. I'm going to meet TJ. I sigh deeply and sink a few more inches into the warm water. I'm so happy I could die. And then she drowns. I think that will be it for this video, so hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual. So yeah, it seems to be something. So far it was kinda interesting actually. But like I said, hope you liked it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!